This is how we track it. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys joined us for our last episode. We've had so much fun kicking everything off and doing everything. And we really appreciate any feedback you guys give us. We appreciate the calls and not calls, but the messages we're gonna be responding to. We have a Facebook page, we have Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. So we'll be getting more of those links out to you. We can't wait for you to join us on our voyage. Speaking of our voyage, I have with me today our Lieutenant Commander Britt. You guys may remember that we are part of the USS Tenacity crew, which neither of us girls remembered our lovely badges today, but what can we say? We're still proud members. Um, so today I wanted to introduce you guys to Britt for just a ton of reasons, but one, she's a beautiful human being. I can't wait for you guys to get to know her as we go along. She's sweet, intelligent, and so talented. Um, so we mentioned last week that we had when Ron had like an idea that maybe we should all get, pick our role on the USS. Then it was the Thomas Jessica, but we've moved on to the Tenacity. But our dear friend Britt took that idea and ran with it. So, Britt, before we get too crazy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, thank you. So, Britt, like I'm so glad we're gonna sit down today.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like, and I don't know how I did this, but we were all talking, and then we're like, well, we're gonna have to figure out when to interview Britt because she's in a different time zone completely. And I was like, hey guys, I'm free during the day. Let me have at her. I even wore my Cindy Lauper shirt. Girls just want to have fun because that's what we're gonna do today. Let's have some
Gonna
fun.
have fun.
Yeah. So, what is the weather like in Belgium?
Today is a good day. It's like 24 degrees Celsius,
That's nice.
sunny. So it's good. It's good.
That's nice. We're rocking clouds, and it's gonna get to the mid 70s Fahrenheit.
Mhm.
I am terrible at conversion without actually sitting down and doing it.
Me
Um,
too.
yeah, that's what we have our phones for now. They do all that for us.
Yep.
And you know what? Our phones are 100% traced back to Star Trek. Where did they get the
Yeah.
idea, right?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know,
That's true.
every day, you look around you, people. Like, as Britt knows, I had a recent surgery and I've been not well from it. And all my friends that are into Star Trek are like, I need a working tricorder over here. And I was like, oh, wouldn't that be the best? Jim.
Yeah. We need tricorders, replicators, and transporters. We
Oh,
need
transport.
transporters.
Oh, do we need transporters? Oh, today I
Yes.
ran some errands and I hit a bump and I was like, oh, in a transporter, this wouldn't happen.
Oh.
So yeah. So it's been weird around here. We've had bad storms, but I am pleased to say that this community I live in has come together in the ideals that we talk about when we get together, Britt. That
Yep.
whole, I just saw my next door neighbor. I didn't even notice because it's been so just terrible out here. We haven't had internet since Saturday.
Wow.
And I found out why. Our next door neighbor, it looks like a war zone. They said we had a microburst, a mini tornado.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, we lost a few trees. Luckily, most of them were in the woods. One was across our driveway, which made my husband happy because he got to chainsaw. Um, yeah. So So guys, sorry, I'm rambling because I'm just so happy to be here with Britt. So let me tell you something about Britt. Britt wrote our story. And
Mhm.
Britt doesn't like to take credit for bringing us together as a family, but she truly, truly did. because she took one of our beautiful geeky ideals from the group and went, I can run with this. And how did you run, Britt? What was it our conversations that inspired you completely, or were you already working on it? Something.
Well, I've been writing stories for like 20 odd years, mostly fan fiction about Star Trek Voyager. And I was thinking about our group was coming together, and I just came up with an idea and I went with it. I wrote a story, completely fictional. um, yeah, and I fit everyone in. And then someone got the idea, why don't we each have how
A
do you say it?
designated role, or
A designated role. And I was like, yeah. And then the second story came where I put everyone in the role, how our captain got his crew together. And yeah, I just kept writing and writing and writing. And the story was born, our story.
yes, our beautiful story. And it was like, I don't know, like I didn't get to go on the cruise, as we know, because I got sick. So I'm going this coming year, 2026, for the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. I'm very excited about that. Um, but from what I saw in pictures and conversations, you guys were so sweet to include me in, even though I wasn't there. Um, having that shared experience of the story, I feel
Mhm.
really helped bring everyone together because we like I can't look at Ron and think, hey, that's the cool dude Ron I met on the call. To me, that's Captain Ron. That's Captain
Yeah,
Ron, you know? And
yeah,
so, and it's just, it cracks me up, when I talk, when we have our groups, sometimes we have our names labeled at the bottom. And some people are so proud of their position that that's what our name is I'm
yeah.
Lieutenant Commander Gigi Jabara. I mean, that's who I am. So,
Hmm.
yeah, so I feel you added a heart to a family that was starting to build. Maybe you're this I don't know, you're gonna kill me if I say this, but maybe you're brought the soul, that that inner beat that we all have in our heart, whatever, but just that
Hmm.
whole connectiveness, it weave together. Now, it is my understanding you have a book you're working on. How's the
I'm
book?
writing. I'm writing a follow-up story to the stories I've already written. Yes.
Is it gonna be so are we gonna take all of our stories and put them into a compilation, you think, one day? Let others enjoy our beautiful world?
That's the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, I think everyone in our group that we have so many connections and
Hmm. Hmm.
willpower to just get things done. We're
Hmm.
gonna get that published. So, we'll get it done somehow, some way. And I know I'll make it happen. I'll be on board to help with that. So really, like, I, Britt and I have discussed, what can she do to contribute to the podcast, because she's really helped get us up and running with ideas and everything. I keep saying the wrong word. And so what I, we decided on a European ambassador. So you guys are
Hmm.
gonna see and hear Britt more, because we can't be everywhere at once, right? So we're using our connections, and if there's an awesome con, like what was it, FedCon you just went to, like, all that stuff, you get to cover it for us. I'm so
Yay.
excited. Now, when you were at FedCon, we were still growing with what we were going to do. Did you get a chance to do any interviews or pictures or anything you'd want to share with us going forward?
No interviews. I got lots of pictures, but I still in contact with the people I met there, so I can do follow-up
Oh,
interviews.
that's
So
beautiful. That's
yeah.
great. I mean,
Yeah.
That and that right there, once again, still in contact with the people you met at a convention because that's how we do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we all, regardless of our fandom, right? Because I don't limit my geekiness because you should see my collection of trinkets from everything out there. I'm big into the stars: Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate. Those are
Mm-hmm.
my three stars I love. My husband argues you can add in this, you can add in that, but those are my three big ones, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, growing collection of all three, and my husband's Star Wars collection is off the chart. My Star Trek's getting there. It's pretty good. I just need to find a place big enough to display everything. And then one day I'll share all that with you guys as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I mentioned last week. Like, we all have different things that inspire us. So when I was younger, I used to write poetry and short stories. I'm a pretty decent writer, I'll say, but I just don't have the mental, I don't know, wherewithal lately to sit down and focus that energy into writing something. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
decided, hey, you guys want to start a podcast where I can talk? And if we're going to read or talk about a special interest, I can educate myself on that. And so, like, I know we want to get like in depth more about the book with you later. I really
Mm-hmm.
want to take a chance for everyone to kind of get to know you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, knowing us as human beings is going to be quite helpful.
Yeah.
um, because we all have unique sense of humors and different things we bring to the table. As we go along with this podcast, there'll be days where we have our recording schedule and oops, I can't make it, Nelson can't make it, whatever. We're gonna have people on standby to be guest co-hosts. Britt is going to be one of those beautiful people. So you're not. This is not by any means the last you're going to see of our Britt. So I can't wait. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff going on going forward. So Britt, you're married and you have two
Yeah.
kids, right?
Yep. That's right. Right.
They're gorgeous. Oh my gosh, you guys, her kids are gorgeous. Especially that daughter of yours. Ooh, she could
Oh,
be a model.
she might become one. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, so I think it's important to know what inspires us and what we do things for.
Mm-hmm.
What is our ultimate goal? What are we working towards? So you have a goal that you're working towards in the book. You have a goal you're working towards with your family dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And biggest of all, you have a goal to become a nurse.
Oh, yes.
All right?
Yeah.
You're going to be
Mm-hmm.
our Dr. Crusher here one day. You are going to implement the, hypo sprays and all that stuff. You're going to make it happen. You and our dear friend Anna, who I hope you guys all get to meet soon, um, they're geniuses. They're going to make it happen. So I can't wait to see what you guys contribute to the future of society as a whole. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a great group of people.
Yeah, we do.
And we're
We're
also,
fantastic.
and I love how supportive our families are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they all
Yes.
know on this day and time we have our family meeting elsewhere, so and with you doing everything you're doing, you have a good support system to be
Mm-hmm.
able to manage everything. And
Yep.
I think, all of us need that good support system in our background. And I feel that if you're a solo traveler in this world and you need a shoulder to lean on or a family to back you up, like I can't tell you, I had some serious complications after my surgery. I couldn't reach out to anyone. And my husband's a very quiet guy who didn't know who to tell what, right? So I almost had a stroke and died, they said. And thank goodness for modern medicine, they were able to reverse my issues and get things going on the right track again. Um, but I was like, I can't tell a million people what is wrong with me right now. So when I was able to focus my thoughts, I was able to text one member of this group. And at the end of it, I said, please tell all. And then she not only sent a message to this tenacity little family we got going on, she told everyone basically in really sweet terms, Gigi is not well, leave her alone. So, I loved that she was looking out for me, protecting me in so many ways. And that's what we do for each other here. And that's
Yeah.
what I feel your stories bring to life, and I mean, we're all amazing people, but I don't know, maybe we took on some attributes from what you thought about us, or we said, "Oh, Britt said I was like this. Oh, I am. Maybe it makes us better people." I'm just saying,
Hmm.
Britt, your words are compelling. You're a wonderful author. I
Oh,
can't wait to see what else we get out of you over the next few years. Because we're just gonna keep on building, babe. We
yeah,
have
we are.
galaxies to explore out there. So many.
Mm. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now, something we do need to figure out, and if any of you guys listening to this hear me talk about this again or know exactly what I'm talking about, you might even know, Britt, I don't know, a star date calculator. Like, I found one and then I was told it was inaccurate. Um, But I feel we should sign off on it with star dates, We we're Star Trek people. Come on. So I think Ron might know. I've seen him use it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Britt, I gotta ask you, out of everyone else in our little family, who do you think is going to be our most outlandish, hilarious guest?
Who?
Because I got
I
two at
know.
the top of my head.
Our little Trill
Little
set?
bit.
Yes,
She's up
definitely.
there, and so's Larry. I love Larry. He cracks me up. So
Yeah.
I think those two we're gonna have a lot of fun with. Maybe if things go well, you can jump on one of their calls. We'll have to see. I believe Trilce is about an hour off from me on time. Not
Hmm.
sure. So we'll have to see. But yeah, like I can't wait to see what we can do. And so tell me, other than FedCon, have you in the cruise recently? Is there anything else you've done Star Trek related?
I've done London Film and Comic Con, where I met Dr. Crusher and Counselor Troy.
Mercedes.
They're awesome. They're really awesome. Very approachable. Yeah, Martina Sturtis, she's her. She has a filthy mouth.
Yay, I fit in with
She's
her.
she's she's real. She's down to earth. She won't cover anything up. Like she was angry at one point, and everyone got to know it. So yeah, even even Gates was like, "Hey, what's happening here?" She's awesome. And Gates, she's full of wisdom and she's awesome. Yeah.
I think the next generation, at least for me, was my hook, line, and sinker. Was that yours too?
No, Voyager.
Voyager? So
Yeah.
yeah, I 100% love me some TNG.
Mhm.
Voyager, Deep Space Nine, love them. This year, I'm not gonna lie, on the coming cruise, we picked deck nine just so I could be one of the Niners on the cruise. Like
Love it.
last time I let the cruise, I said, pick me something like this, and this. So they put me on six, which I've heard six is a great deck to be on. So I was like, okay,
Mhm.
that's cool. But then once I got to talking to people who've been on the cruise or around the cruise, Deck 9 just sounds awesome for some reason.
Mhm.
Captain Ron and Marilyn are going to be there. Let's see, Trish and John are there. I think a couple other of Trilce and her family. Yeah, so we'll have a tenacity wing of Deck 9 on the ship.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sad I'm not coming this year.
I am too. Like,
Yeah.
I do have to say, there are so many not coming.
Mm-hmm.
For various reasons. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing the breadth of reasons. And it makes me sad because if I'd been there last year, I could have met and hugged every single one of you. But now there's only gonna be some of you. So I just gotta get to like a lottery win. I don't play the lotto, but something's gotta give. I mean, where money just starts growing on the tree. I don't know. And then I could fly out to you guys in Europe. Oh, that would be wonderful.
That will be awesome.
I love dreaming.
Oh.
So, I mean, maybe like, I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out. I do know there are some people from continental US who cannot make it that are making it to the port and are making it the night before for dinner and then the port the next day to see us all off. So, I think that's really sweet as well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's been so much fun like this whole situation. And I mean, I love that I'm having a day or something and I'll post something in our group chat and then I get back 90 Star Trek memes that explain, what we're talking about. Like my Star Trek meme collection's on point now. I got a lot.
Mm.
So, and I just forget to use them. And I got one today that perfectly summed up my situation in life lately. And I was like, "Ooh, I have to save that." And I'm like, "When am I going to use that?" And I was like, "I'm just going to randomly start using Star Trek memes for answers." Like, how do you feel today? I don't know, Dharma and Jala. Like,
Oh,
yeah, we'll do
awesome.
something fun. But so on the cruise last year, there were so many beautiful pictures of things that happened. Tell me, did you participate in any of the like trivia contests or I know Nelson had a group, but were you part of any of that?
I wasn't part of Nelson's group. I was the group next to Nelson's.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but when he went up there after he won the thing, and he started talking about the tenacity group, and he was going to assimilate our lovely Jerry Ryan. He didn't have a badge, so I took mine, ran up to him, and yeah, they thought I was part of his group. But well, I got up there with him and Jerry Ryan, and my day was perfect.
I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. Anyone
Yeah,
else you got up close and personal with?
lots of them. Robert Picardo, Kate Mulgrew, Nana,
Ah, yeah.
Garrett, and his
Oh,
parents. Yeah, yeah, they were awesome. They were like showing baby pictures on their phones of Garrett, and he was like, "Mom, stop it!" It's hilarious.
did you see
Yeah,
the video from Comic Con? Or I don't know if it's Comic Con or Star Trek Las Vegas, where everyone kept coming, giving him
with
a
the
pips.
pips.
Pips. I love that. Like he's finally getting pips.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome.
And on the cruise, they were like, "Two Pip Kim, two Pip Kim," and it was awesome.
Uh,
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
on the cruise we have the Kapla group that if you
Mm-hmm.
walk by them, they scream at you. Is it
Yeah,
frightening or
too
funny?
funny.
Like my husband goes, I don't know about walking past people screaming at me. I was like, it's apparently a lively cruise. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, it's very funny. Fun group. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband is he's well versed in Star Trek lore, but he was always more Star Wars. So
Mm-hmm.
through being with me and me always having something on the background that's related to Star Trek somehow, lately, so he's learned a lot. And like um it's so funny. Jeffrey Combs, our Mr. Everybody. So lately I started taking pictures and going, who is this actor? Who is this
Uh-huh.
actor?
Uh-huh.
I did that and I threw in like four combs and he got two of them. But I was like, yeah, we got some education to do, man.
Mhm.
We were planning on taking my recovery to just lay here and watch everything because we're not caught up on new track, and so we need all to do all this. So unfortunately, we kept losing electricity, and we kept having this happen, and life
Mm.
never stopped during my recovery to let us do that. So I told him I have, a few more weeks of downtime. I'm sorry, but you might have to miss some since you're not as into it as me.
Mhm.
Like, so what, I don't know, like what in Voyager, other than the fact that you're almost, identical to Mulgrew when you have your whole setup on, right? The
The bun and
hair,
everything.
yeah, the hair and the outfit, yeah. So the uniform, I should say, yeah, you look great. So, other than Janeway, I'm gonna say, what inspired you most about Voyager?
The family part. They're 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 a family, basically. They have to stick together, they have to work together because they're the only ones there. They have to get through the rough patch, the 7-year rough patch. And they're always together. She's always lifting people up. They are lifting her up.
Yes,
It's just it's just the family part of it.
right.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as you said that, little Naomi Wildman popped in my head.
Yeah.
That I think was genius idea. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, sure, we had Picard Day on TNG and episodes where they became kids or this or that. We had all that, but actually having a child and seeing a lot of this stuff through the child's eyes added
Mhm.
a whole different perspective to Voyager for me.
Yeah.
I mean, and like you said, you met Robert Picardo. Like, he's one of the few people. Like, I'm cheap. I don't really pay to meet people usually, but he's one of the few people I would love to meet. I
Mhm.
I find him so fascinating. I have since I was a little kid, and he voiced the aliens in the movie Explorers. I was
Mhm.
fascinated by like, who could do all that? Is that a it was before computers, I'm like, all the everyday computers. I'm like, what is that? And my mom, did some research and introduced me to Robert Picardo. She goes, "Oh, I saw him in this TV show or this movie." And she would show me different things, and my love for him just grew over time.
Mm.
So he would be someone I would love to meet. And I've loved his portrayal as the EMH because he could be so robotic at times, as you would expect from a
Mhm.
hologram. On the other hand, he grew into this beautiful person. And that's what he was by the end of Voyager. You did not think of him as a piece of equipment. He
No.
was a living, breathing member of the crew, kind
Yeah.
of, kind of. But and
Mhm.
like my heart when he got transported back in time and all that happened. Like my heart was like, no, not the doctor. They need the doctor. But then that's when we got the mobile emitter, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Now that's cool. Now we can see him in more places, and I love that. I loved how I loved everything about Voyager. I especially loved it when the Herigen had controlled the ship and they were stuck in Was it Paris or whatever, or Norman? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
That those episodes like had me on my
Love them.
toes. I was like, no, man, no, this can't be happening. And of course, they're gonna find a way out of it, but it was like, how? I don't see how this is happening. And the writing on Voyager, I know I've heard people complain that they didn't like it. The only gripe I think most of us true Star Trek fans had about it was learning afterwards how they had a not so great consultant for a Native American based
Yeah.
culture. And so we have all sorts of funny little sayings that we could go with. But yeah, so I mean, but it had such broad storytelling. And then I love DS9 too because it was a fixed location in space, and we were introduced to the people coming to the hub. And I loved, what are they going to bring this week? And when it first started and he's the emissary, I was like, what are they going with here? And then by the end of it, you're like, he's the freaking emissary. Listen to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of fun with all of them. New Trek, I know a lot of people complained about Discovery. We've only watched the first two and a half, 3 seasons. No, we started season 4. We just started 4. I'm loving it.
I
I
loved
love it.
it.
I loved it. And
Yeah.
now everyone's like, "Oh, you're caught up. Now you need to start watching Strange New Worlds." But I'm so bad at going back and forth between what episode am I on here and here, and are they going to overlap where I might need to watch them in a specific order? So I'm like, no, we're going to continue with Discovery for a little bit longer, and it's just we got to find the time. So, but yeah, it's
Mhm.
like, but I I don't understand the hate for New Track. I think it took what Roddenberry had 60 years ago as dreams and stuff, and they expanded upon it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's, and also the Kelvin timeline. I'm a fan. I love
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams. I loved those that first Star Trek when that ship came through and changed everything we knew. I loved it. I was like, here we
Mm-hmm.
go. And my mom passed away a few years ago, but she's the one who really got me into Star Trek. She went with me to see it, and I expected her to hate it because it was undoing what she'd known her whole life. She
Yeah.
was like, think of all the new things we get to explore. I'm like, that's my mom right there. She taught me to
Yeah.
keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's very important to me to keep an open mind. And I think that's another thing that our group has going. It's because we are literally from all over the world. Um, we have cultural differences,
Mm-hmm.
someone will tell a joke and the rest of us be like, "What are you talking about?" And but I also like it as a US citizen, it gives me a different perspective of
Mm-hmm.
what the rest of the world is being told or seen about what's happening here. Um, so it's been unique learning opportunity in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think we should probably wrap it up soon here.
Yeah.
But we'll have you back so soon. I can't wait. If anything exciting Star Trek happens in Europe, Britt's on it. If you guys hear of
Come on.
anything, let us know. We will be, this is how we track it on all of our handles. So find us. We can't wait to share more with you guys. Britt, thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining. Like,
You're welcome.
it's a
I
pleasure.
loved it. It was
This is
nice talking to you.
you too. I probably did all the talking, but that's just me.
Mhm.
um,
It's okay.
so yeah, so no, thanks. If any of you guys hear of anything, seriously, drop us a line at this is how we track it on all the handles. And then we will, you know, get it along to Britt if she doesn't already know because she's on it. and we'll see what we can do. And we're at all these conventions. Just if you guys are attending conventions, I know neither of us wore our badges today, and I feel terrible. Mine accidentally got put in a box, I think. Um, so, but if you are at a convention and you see anybody wearing the badge, and I will have our editor make sure it's shown today, but it is the Delta insignia with a giant T on it for tenacity, our crew. Come up to us if you're not too shy, because we would love to ask you 3 questions. We'll take a few minutes of your time. So, everyone, thanks for joining Britt and I today. It was quite enjoyable. And Britt, everyone's learning. I'm a lefty when it comes to live long and prosper. I can do it right, but my pinky is hard to keep up. Yeah, it's hard. So, all right, live long and prosper, everybody. Take time to be a good neighbor, to be a good friend, to be a good husband, wife. Just spread the love, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.